Hi, welcome back to another SmartDrone how-to video. I'm Michael, and I'm going to be showing you how to plan a mission on your desktop and transfer it to your controller. Now you can plan these missions on the controller as well, and it looks exactly the same. We're going to show you the more complicated way so you can do both, right? So the first step we're going to need to do is go ahead and turn on your controller with the power button, holding it down, and your laptop, go ahead and get Q ground control up and running. Then, all we need to do next is take a micro USB cable and plug it into the bottom of the controller right there. Now this is going to be treated just like a flash drive, but the only step is you're going to have to go down and swipe down from the top right, scroll down to the bottom here, and it says USB charging this device. Click that and say we're going to transfer files. So now you've given the computer permission to transfer files to the tablet. So we can put that down and we can get started with our mission planning. So now that we're in the computer and in our Q ground control, all we have to do now is go to the area that we'd like to scan. We'll click the A to B button in the top left corner, and we're going to click Survey. This will put a takeoff point out. We're going to take off from this clear area over here. And that takeoff point will snap to wherever the drone is when you boot up, so no need to worry about that. We'll click Basic, and we'll size it to the area that we want. There we go. Pop it into here. And now for efficiency's sake, I always like to fly so the straight lines are the longest they can possibly be based on the shape that we're flying. So we'll click Done with Polygon once we have it to the size we want. We can set our altitude, our trigger distance of 10 meters. That'll take about 1 photo per second. Our spacing of 25 meters ought to take care of us over this wooded area. And now we can change this angle here with this slider, and that rotates the flight lines, or in this case, I know that I want to fly 90 degrees, just like so. Now next thing I'll do is I'm going to rotate the entry point for the best efficiency I can get. And what that's going to be is closest to my takeoff point. Additionally, we're going to want to make sure this flight isn't too long. So if we go back to our takeoff, we can go to here. And we can go, okay, this is a 7-minute flight. And I do that by putting my takeoff point right on my first waypoint, which is number 3 in this instance. So I know I can fly 12 or 13-minute flights from this distance. So I'm about half capacity. But this is the whole area I need to scan. So what I'll do is I'll just get more data. So if I bring this into like a 17 meter, now if I go back to takeoff and bring it like this, now we're at 10 minutes. So we're closer to what our maximum is, and it allowed us to get even more density through those trees and everything. We'll go through and our entry point's still good. We now allow terrain following, so we'll click Vehicle Follows Terrain. And I like to set my tolerance of 7 meters, my climb rate of 1 meter a second, and my descent rate of 1.5 meters a second. I find this works really well. And then under this, we have the statistics area. And this tells you, so we're only surveying 11.7 acres. It's going to take 304 photos, and the photo interval is 2 seconds. And our trigger distance is 10 meters. There we go. So now that we've done this, we'll just save it. So we'll click this Plan File button in the top left, click Save As, and we'll just call this Wheeler. Let's save. So now our plan is saved, and the beauty of this HereLink controller is you can connect it directly to the computer, just like a thumbstick. So we plug it in, we'll swipe down from the top right of the controller, as we show you again in the video, and we click instead of USB charging this device, we just select Transfer Files. So now we can go over here then to our File Explorer. My Q ground control folder is in my Documents folder, and that's the default location, but you might have set yours to be somewhere else. We can go after that, we go to Missions and Wheeler. So I'm going to take this, I'll just copy it, and now I'll go down to the HereLink controller is called Optimus. So we'll go to Optimus, go in the storage. We'll go over here to Q ground control, and then we'll click Missions, and then as you can see we have a bunch here. So now I'll just hit paste, And that's going to paste the mission in. Now I'll just verify that it showed up. There's the wheeler plan. So now we'll be able to access it from the controller and upload and download it from the drone. Alright, so now that we've finished planning the mission on our laptop here, and we've dropped it over onto the controller, we can simply unplug our controller and go through, and we'll just select our mission and all that. So we'll go over here to the mission tab, and then we'll go and we'll find our plan. So we'll do that by hitting File and then Open. We'll scroll down until we get to the wheeler plan, which is the one we named this. That's going to open up on the screen here. Now we're going to double check that the altitudes are right, our survey parameters are set properly, just like so. And if we look at the bottom here, we'll see that it'll tell us the survey area, how many photos it's going to take, and things like that to get us all going. Once we're happy with this mission, we can just click Upload. Click Upload, there we go. It'll add our calibrations and send us a notification, and then we just have to download it back. We click File again, we scroll to the bottom and hit Download. Now we actually have the visual representation of what's on board the drone and what it's going to fly. We have our beginning calibration, our forelegs, and then our launch point. And that launch point will auto-update wherever the drone is placed and has GPS lock whenever you download your mission. So now that we've planned our mission and are ready to go, let's get out to the field and we'll show you how to take off.